Hey everyone, it's me and welcome back to my channel on this final day of Vlogmas. Why don't you help me make a spread for Santa? We all know how hard he works all Christmas season long, so I think he deserves a nice spread. Also, my son got it in his mind that we needed to give a pie to Santa, so I'm going to work on making a pie. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm trying to work with ingredients that I already have. So, I already have Pillsbury pie crust, and I already have chocolate jello pudding. So we're going to make a pudding pie, but I don't think that pudding pie is necessarily that festive and Christmassy. So I'm going to make it a peppermint chocolate Christmas pie. This pie crust was frozen. I've had it sitting out for about maybe an hour and a half, and it's nice and room temperature, not cracking, so that's good. Now the issue is I wanted to make some like a chocolate shell basically to put on the crust between it and the pudding, because I thought maybe a chocolate shell would help prevent the pie crust from getting soggy. But and I was going to flavor the chocolate peppermint. So it'd be like a chocolate peppermint deal. But the issue is that, in fact, if you put peppermint oil into chocolate chips, it'll seize up and it will not melt nicely. So I'm still going to do the chocolate shell thing, but I'm not going to make the chocolate peppermint flavored. I'm going to make the pudding peppermint flavored by adding some peppermint to it. So I'm going to use my double boiler to melt some chocolate. Okay, I'm waiting for my top oven to preheat to 450. I'm going to go ahead and bake some cookies for Santa too. In my bottom oven, I've got those chewy pecan oatmeal cinnamon brown butter cookies that I made a few days ago in my pecan video. I've also got some chocolate chip cookie dough because I'm the kind of person who pretty much always keeps chocolate chip cookie dough in the house. Homemade. I home make it and then I freeze it. So I've got that. Let me go grab them. Okay, I'm not going to bake too many chocolate chip cookies since they're mostly just for Santa and Mrs. Claus. But I will bake 6. I'll put the rest in my freezer to save for a rainy day. For those chewy oatmeal cookies, I'm going to bake all of them. So I need a bigger sheet pan for that. Alright, the top oven's preheated, so we got this pie crust going in for 10 to 12 minutes, it says. We'll go 11. Split the difference. And I'm just waiting for this water to boil so we can start melting our chocolate with my double boiler. And as soon as the bottom oven gets preheated as well, we will get the other cookies in. Okay, so as not to waste time, let's take a look at the Jello 5-minute pudding directions. 3 cups of cold milk. Pudding mix in 5 minutes. Let's even see if I've got 3 cups of milk. The good news is I have just barely 3 cups of milk. So we will be fine. I was watching a vlogger one time, the Tim Tracker, him and his wife. They were trying to make chocolate pudding with their son, and they were trying to make it with like some sort of lactose-free milk. I think they were using soy milk, actually. Literally on the Jello box it says it won't work if you try to use soy milk. So sorry to all of you vegans and lactose intolerant people, but this world is not made for you. I did put a splash of a heavy cream in because it was right at 3 cups. I wanted to make sure there was genuinely enough dairy product, so I put a tiny splash of heavy cream. So if you saw that it looked kind of like ribbony, striated, that would be why. guys, like, I don't know if you guys are pudding makers, but you always see that it says it'll be soft set in 5 minutes, and then it looks like just absolute liquid. Okie doke. The bottom oven is ready. Let's get it going. We've got these chewy oatmeal cookies going in. I'm gonna put them on the bottom. And chocolate chip cookies going in on the top one. Nope. And I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes. Ooh, I can't because there's one already there. Let me have to do it on my microwave. After 8 minutes, I will check the oatmeal cookies, and it'll probably take like maybe another 3 or 4 minutes for the chocolate chip. I think that this is almost ready. I had to move it back to the back eye because this front eye, I think, is broken. And I don't know. I'm making this recipe up, so I don't know how much chocolate to melt. And I got a big old bag from Costco, so if we need more, shouldn't be a problem. There we go. I'm gonna add a dollop of this. This is not real butter, it's some sort of margarine or something. I'm gonna add that into the chocolate chips to help them melt smoothly. Crisco vegetable shortening or coconut oil would probably work better, but I don't have that. I have Country Crock, and I only got 20 seconds left on the pie crust in the oven, so this timing might work out pretty well. We shall see. All right, let's pull the pie crust out. Hopefully it's not all burnt up. Oof, the steam's getting me. Oh yeah, that looks good. It's not burnt up at all. I actually think whatever was in the Country Crock made my chocolate seize up, because that does not look right at all. Uh-oh. Try again. While I was cleaning up my chocolate mess out of this pan, the timer for the cookies went off. It was looking like someone had done a wet poo in the sink, but we've got it all sorted out now. So let's check on those pecan cookies and see how they look. Oh yeah, those look perfect. Okay, let's give the chocolate chips another try. If it doesn't work this time, then maybe I'll just sprinkle chocolate chips on top and not try and put a protective layer between the crust and the pudding. Guys, it's going so much better. Look. Okay, so lesson learned. Don't add shortening. Don't add anything. Just melt the chocolate. It melts on its own. I was concerned with it being semi-sweet that there wouldn't be enough fat in the chocolate to help it get to this, but that looks glossy and nice. Let me turn this off. Remove it from the heat. Come over here and add it to my pie crust. I'm dripping water in my pie crust. Okay. Lovely. Now let me spread it out pretty thin because I don't want it to make it like uncomfortably crunchy. Beautiful. That looks good. I'm going to check on my chocolate chip cookies now. Oh no! I burnt them. That's okay. We can just do another batch. Okay. This chocolate pudding is indeed soft set. I'm going to attempt to add a teaspoon of this into it and hope it doesn't mess it all up. There it goes. Wow, that smells nice. Okay, I've added it. Now I need to stir it in. I'm gonna grab a spatula. Ugh. Whew, that smells minty. I thought a teaspoon might not be enough, but I think that'll be plenty to make this pepperminty. Very nice. Ta-da! I think I'm going to set this and the pie crust in the fridge. Now the pie pan is not super hot anymore, so I don't think it'll be an issue. And then once this gets set, then I'll pour this in and we'll finish it up. Okay, we got another batch of oatmeal chewy pecan brown butter cookies to go in. Whoop. And another batch of chocolate chips. So let's put these in and not burn them this time. Oh, thankfully I did not burn either of these this time. So these will be good for Santa. Okay, I think it's cool enough and I'm losing patience, so let's get the pudding in the shell. Yes. And this is the chocolate fudge pudding, so it's a little bit darker and more luxurious looking than normal chocolate pudding. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. I got it all smoothed out and I think it looks pretty good. I snagged a little taste of the chocolate pudding with the peppermint extract in it. It's actually very lovely. And I'm glad that I put that chocolate shell underneath the pudding because I think it will bring out more of the chocolate flavor. So now I'm gonna top it with Cool Whip, crushed up candy canes, and maybe some white chocolate chips since I've got a few kicking around. Let's do it. Okay, it's time to take out my Christmas stress on these peppermints. I actually think that looks really cute. I hope Santa appreciates it. La-di-da. There it is. Yeah, those are cookies for Santa. Yeah. The white chocolate chips look nice on there too. And we're done with the pie. Okay, this is voiceover Elizabeth for the end of the video. Earlier in that day, I had made some sugar cookie dough with my son. This is like the Loft House sugar cookies. I call them nasty cookies because they're kind of like dry and the icing like coats your mouth in a slime. I'm talking about the ones from the grocery store. And anyway, so I make homemade versions, and not because of like any reason like, oh, the preservatives or oh, the chemicals or oh, whatever. It's just because I usually have the ingredients on hand to make this recipe at home. So, and I really like them. The nasty cookies from the store, I like the weird dry yet soft texture, and I like the sliminess of the icing and the overly sweetness of it all. Anywho, so I don't know where any of my cookie cutters were, so I used top of a mason jar lid, and then you make buttercream icing. And the recipe I use, I was like, oh, is this going to be enough icing? And every single time I make this recipe, it's always exactly enough. It's just wonderful. And of course, we're going to make them festive. I'm going to dye this buttercream frosting. I'm going to do pink and green because I don't like to put so much red food coloring in that it actually makes it red. So I go with pink. This is our finished plate for Santa. I think that the peppermint candies on top of the pie ended up leaching some of their red food coloring and making this pinkish puddle on top of the pie, but I tasted it. It's actually quite delicious. Got 2 of our nasty cookies on there, 2 of our chewy pecan brown butter cinnamon cookies on there, as well as these chocolate chip cookies. I think Santa would be quite pleased with this, don't you? Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Vlogmas, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye.